how can someone without experience get hired other than volunteering as a Scrum Master? So we get this question a lot, and this is showing up a lot on TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitter. Here's the thing. If I go into a hospital and say, I want to be a surgeon, but I don't have any experience or education, and I've never worked in a hospital before, what are they going to do, Todd?
Ask you for experience or just tell you say goodbye.
They might take me up to the mental ward to get my
Yeah,
head checked out,
yeah.
right? They're going to be like, what are you doing here? And I'm starting to kind of wheel in this direction on this question. Um, how do you get hired to do something without experience? It's really hard, and you probably can't.
Mhm.
What you can do is in the place you're at, start applying the principles and the values, the Scrum values, and the framework where you can as you can. Like that's how I started as a Scrum Master. I was in a very waterfall based company, doing standard PMI, old school PMP driven project management. Right? I
Mhm.
know, ooh, right? Everyone's like, oh, that's not good. But I went to the 2 day class with Ken Schwaber. I came back and I just started doing a retro every couple weeks. Like, hey, can we just talk about how the last few weeks went? And people are like, hey, there's some improvement items that come up. I'm like, cool. What if we started meeting each day? Just real quick to coordinate how we're going to, and over time, my management started trusting the things that we were doing because it led to good outcomes. And then we were able to build more of that into our practice. And so over a number of years, we got Scrum in place. We were able to use these practices, and I gained experience as a Scrum Master because I did what I could as I could where I was at. And I think that is one way. Volunteering is another. Hey, nonprofit organization. Uh, I would love to help you get organized, and I would love to participate, and I'd love to do some community service or some. I think that's another way. There's probably 1,000 other pathways, but expecting to get hired without experience, I think, is a very difficult road, and it's a very difficult proposition. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to burst bubbles, but being a Scrum Master is a very difficult job. It is not trivial. It requires a ton of skills. It requires a lot of experience. It requires, I mean, Todd, how many books do we have stacked on our desks at all times? We are constantly learning, reading, contemplating, and that's after very long careers in software development. Todd still writes code. I started as a developer. I went into project management. We've stayed tied to technology. I mean, it's a 20-year journey for us to be here, sitting here, giving advice on this stuff, right? So it's a long game. I mean, what do you think, Todd? Am I being too crushing here?
I just don't think Scrum Master is an entry level position.
Yeah,
Right. And so I think that to summarize what you're saying, I just don't think it's an entry level position. I think that you should try to bust into the, if it's tech, which a lot of what we're talking about is tech, see if you find some other facet to get in there and gain experience that you can lean back on as a Scrum Master. I just don't view it as an entry
yeah.
level job.
I mean, I want to be encouraging. I mean, take the classes, read the books, do
Yeah.
what you can as you can where you're at, um, and we hope that you find opportunities to do so. But Stephanie, we appreciate you and we appreciate the question. It's a great
Yeah.
opportunity to talk about these things. So thank you.